I think in the next decade, the three key issues that society is going to have to address with much greater urgency than we've done before is firstly deepening inequality. The fact that virtually in every single country around the world, the gap between the rich and poor is growing at a completely unsustainable rate. And also the inequality that's growing between the developed and developing world. The second challenge that is increasingly in our face now is climate change. And I think that in the next decade, the writing is going to be on the wall, because in the last decade, we've had almost more than 100% increase in extreme weather events. I believe in the next decade, the science now is very clear, there's no contestation on the science, and I would anticipate, sadly, that we will see an increase in extreme weather events. And that increase in extreme weather events is going to make addressing climate change an irresistible issue, both for governments as well as for companies. So I see that as one major game changer. The third issue, I would say overall, is the issue of safety and security. Today, human insecurity has reached very, very high levels. What I say to young people, look at the world around you and don't accept it. Don't accept it. Second thing I say to young people is, do not invest faith in the current bunch of adult leaders, irrespective of which sector they come from, because seriously, we are the biggest bunch of losers young people are going to find, because unlike earlier generations of adult leaders, we don't have the excuse of saying we don't know that we've already passed 400 parts per million of carbon concentration in the atmosphere, when we know that the last time the planet had 400 parts per million concentration of carbon, Africa was covered with savanna forest, the Arctic was ice-free, sea level was, in some cases 20-25 meters more. Business can continue to corrupt and pervert good governance by exercising the levels of influence, so that one of the core intentions behind democracy, which was to balance the wallet with the ballot, meaning the power of rich people was to be equalized with the voices of ordinary people, and that clearly is not the case today. We have the form of democracy without the substance of democracy in many, many countries around the world. So if businesses want to behave in accountable ways, one of the things they have to do in the coming decade is to reconsider what is an appropriate level of lobbying and advocacy and so on, because right now I believe that they have perverted many governments in many parts of the world, which is why, in fact, we are not making the kind of progress that we need to make on climate change, even though that we are dangerously running out of time.